let's get started on our painting here. It's going to be a portrait. I call it Man Seen Through a Window. And we see our man sitting in a chair, and he looks very forlorn and lonely, maybe a little bit sad, and perhaps we can see some fear in his face. His hair is in disarray, his clothes are rumpled, his face is a bit tortured and flushed and ruddy. So let's put a little red on his face there. And his arms are sadly raised as if in resignation, as if he's in surrender to the vicissitudes of life. Of course, I suppose you'd probably look like that too if you were hanging upside down in the cockpit of a Cessna 150. One tire off of the power line.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We have a very happy audience here tonight. Despite the fact that this was not a great week around town, especially for transportation. You know, you saw the new super ferry broke down again, leading to a lot of unmellow thoughts on Bainbridge Island. They're over there in the sprout farms and the tofu factories playing their flutes and drinking wheatgrass, and then they pile into the Subaru station wagons with the Greenpeace bumper stickers and just scream down to the ferry dock. You know. And the wait is so long now that when the ferry approaches, Bainbridge folks pelt it with bottles of lemon tahini and cans of lentil soup. You know, it's just getting very unmellow over there. And then, of course, there was the little problem with air traffic this week. I think you all saw the pilot who got his plane hooked on the power line. He knocked out power to 2,500 homes. Everybody's like, hey, what's wrong with the toaster? Well, I don't know. There's a plane on the wire out there. People are, you know, throwing rocks at it. Knock him down, you know. Make him fall. I got to make my coffee. Get him off there. Just not. Let the wind take him, you know. And when they finally did get the guy down, he wouldn't talk to the press because he'd sold the right to interview him to some other show. That's a totally true story. What? Am I the only one who thinks that's a somewhat disturbing trend, you know? I mean, it's just like, you know, like an airliner is coming down, the pilots aren't talking to the tower, they're on the phone with the Fox network, you know? We want 30% of the gross, you know? Who's gonna play me in the movie? John Ritter? No way, you know? Want John Travolta or So Help Me We Won't Crash? I don't know. Anyway, the pilot, he wouldn't talk to us at our show, but we did some research on his background. We found some family photos. This is him as a child. Yeah. Apparently, he was always interested in mechanical things like bicycles. This is him trying to get the garage door open to get the bicycle out. Of course, things don't always go right with the bicycle either. There's like problems with the bicycle. He went on some dates in high school, but proved to be somewhat socially awkward, so he concentrated on learning to fly, became an excellent pilot, even knew how to fly helicopters. There he is flying a helicopter. That expertise helped him out, you know, during that dangerous time he was stuck on the wire. And when the firemen got him out, his girlfriend was very relieved. That's his girlfriend there. And when they knew he was safe, his family was ecstatic. There's the family. So it's a story with a happy ending, although after a stunt like that, the The guy's flying career may be over, but he may have to think about some kind of second career, but that's okay because a lot of people are able to combine two careers, like this guy.
He's still the biggest name in music radio. Randy Scott with you, everybody. Much more music power. But when the air shift ends, his real job begins. He's DJ, lawyer.
This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Dudley presiding. All rise, please.
Here she comes, just walking into court singing. Come on, everybody.
She looks good. She looks fine. She looks good. She looked fine. And I knew it was my mind.
Order. Order.
Can I get a witness, please?
By request, Marvin Gaye, Solid Gold, 1963. Yes, he's Counselor Randy Scott. And it's about 17 minutes before the hour right now. Your Honor, I'd like to call Cindy Crawford.
I don't see her name on your list here, Mr. Scott.
Well, no, it's not. I'm just saying. I'd like to call her. I mean, she's a babe.
Why are you here today, Mr. Scott?
I'm here, Your Honor, because my client would like to file a complaint on behalf of herself and other people with similar complaints.
That is a class action suit, Mr. Scott.
Well, thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, I picked this little number up at Mervyn's during Mervyn's big 40% off suit sale going on right now at all 5 Mervyn's locations. It's about 16 minutes before the hour right now.
That's enough, Mr. Scott.
Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion.
All right.
Here's another one for you.
You may begin the examination of the witness, Mr. Scott.
Okay, Your Honor. Would you take your clothes off, please?
What?
Randy Scott, just playing a little joke on you, ma'am.
Would you please proceed?
Okay, Your Honor. Well, somebody got up on the wrong side of the bench this morning, didn't they? Cool gavel, Your Honor.
You can't touch this.
Solid gold.
Do you know what this means, Mr. Scott?
What does what mean, Your Honor?
This!
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Now, I know that twice on the pipe, the answer is no. God, I should know that. He's the boss barrister.
So what you're saying is that you never saw her before in your life? That'll be enough, Mr. Swenson. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
You may cross-examine, Mr. Scott. What are you doing there, Mr. Scott?
Oh, I was just looking over my briefs, Your Honor. He's the funniest guy in court.
Mr. Scott, I find your client guilty.
Well, I'm telling you, that doesn't really work for me, Your Honor.
Are you appealing?
I think so, but let's find out what other people think. Hi, ma'am. What's your name?
Shaw?
Yes, he's DJ, lawyer, Nolo Contendere.
All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we're coming right back. In a car crash, in a bad fight, we don't want to know what's
And now, get ready to play TV's hottest new game show, Have I Got a Migraine? And now, here's the star of our show, Skip Town.
Hello, and welcome to Have I Got a Migraine, the fun, fact-filled brain power game for people who use their brains until they hurt. I'm Skip Town, and now let's meet our contestants. First up is Randy Binghamton, an insurance adjuster from Spanaway, who suffers from migraine so severe he curls into the fetal position and hallucinates. How are you, Randy?
Actually, not bad. I'm having a relatively good day, Skip.
Well, that's great.
Oh, don't shout.
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot. Next up is Janine Osborne, a homemaker from Fife who gets a migraine once a month right before her period. How's it coming, Janine?
Yeah.
Okay, looks like Janine's going to be a little irritable today. And finally, we have Pat Vanderhoof, who in addition to a migraine is also suffering from a brutal hangover resulting from downing 9 shots of tequila at his brother's bachelor party last night. Welcome, Pat, and how was that party?
I don't know, Zip.
That's Skip. Okay. Let's get started. First, let me explain the game. Before the round begins, you'll hear this. Then after I ask the question, if you know the answer, buzz in like this. If you give the wrong answer, you'll hear this. And then your opponents will be able to buzz in for their guess like this. At the end of a round, you'll hear this. And the contestant with the highest score will be declared the winner by hearing this. All right, are there any questions?
No.
Okay, let's get on with round one. Here is the first question.
We interrupt this program for a test of the emergency broadcast system. This has been a test of the emergency broadcast system. Had this been a real emergency, you would have heard this. Then this. Followed by this. And finally this. This concludes our test.
Okay, you want to help her up there? I think Janine's down there. I think she's all right. Is it? There she is. Okay, she's fine. All right, everybody, buzzers ready. Here comes question number one. The wife of a pioneering rock star. She went on to a music career herself. For 200 points, who is singing this song? Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Very good, very good. Ono is right. Yoko Ono, wife of John Lennon. That was Don't Worry, Kyoko. Boy, it's kind of an obscure one to throw you right out of the chute, so that's good work, Pat. Now, Pat moves into the bonus category. Today's bonus categories are car alarms, heavy construction, screechy things, feedback, and cotton. What's it going to be?
Oh, cotton.
Okay, just take your time. This is Pat's choice. Pat, what is it?
Cotton.
Cotton.
All right, cotton. Here we go, and good luck. The Cotton Club, a famous Harlem cabaret, has been the launching point for the world's finest blues and jazz artists. For 500 points, name this artist. Anybody? Anyone? Time's up. Pat, anybody else? Oh, sorry. That was Screamin' Bobby Thornton. Well, Pat is still ahead, but Randy and Janine can catch him on the taste test. Now, each of our contestants has a mystery Slurpee. They contain a mixture of 3 distinct flavors. At the sound of the tone, suck hard on the straw, and the first one to identify all 3 flavors is the winner. Everybody ready? Go! Okay, time's up. Let's see what Randy says. Let's see. Okay, raspberry, aluminum foil, shards of jagged glass piercing the center of my brain. Close. Janine, let's see. Raspberry, banana, frozen banana pounded into my skull. No, sorry. Pat, tequila. No, I'm sorry. All 3 of you were wrong. Oh, there it is. That's the sound that means it's time for our lightning round. The category today is state capitals. I'll give you the capital. You give me the state within the time limit. Here we go. Topeka. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Kansas. Pierre. Oh, sorry. That's South Dakota. Albany. Oh, sorry. That's New York. Well, the lightning round can be rough, but it looks like you're the winner, Pat. Tomorrow you'll face our rating champion, Don Busby, who was recently upgraded from critical to stable condition. Randy and Janine will receive our consolation gift, 2 front row tickets to the Pantera concert. See you next week on Have I Got a Migraine?
Amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music.
This is the Late Report. Well, with Easter tomorrow, operators of a Seattle-based rabbit hotline note sadly that many areas, such as Lower Woodland Park, have become dumping grounds for dozens of rabbits that people buy their kids for Easter and then get tired of and abandon. This practice, incidentally, is why the sale of Easter piranhas is no longer legal. A 4-year-old boy had to be rescued at the Point Defiance Zoo this week after he was found in the whale pool near the aquarium. Zoo officials reprimanded the boy's mother, pointing to a sign that clearly says, "Please do not feed the animals." An assistant professor at Washington State University's engineering department is currently testing new design concepts that would enable buildings to withstand large earthquakes with little or no damage. However, the researcher admits that his project is hampered a bit by the fact that Pullman is one of the last places on Earth anyone would notice earthquake damage anyway. There was renewed concern this week over the health of Pope John Paul II. Vatican officials were alerted to a potential problem when, during a lull in Monday's Mass, the Pope fell asleep on the foot of a guy sitting next to him. Former U.S. Senator Bob Packwood of Oregon is thinking of re-entering politics in another couple of years, telling a Rotary Club in Oregon, "I'm putting my toe in the water." He did not reveal plans for his tongue. The Washington State Lottery will now offer lottery winners the option of collecting their winnings in a lump sum payment rather than stretching it out over 20 years. Lottery officials say this will allow the typical lottery winner to blow the money on cars and liquor 20 times faster. Interesting reaction. Pierce County Judge Ralph Baldwin resigned this week when it was discovered that after a drunk driving case, he invited members of the jury back into his chambers for beer. Pierce County officials refused to comment on what happened with the jurors he invited into his chambers after a prostitution case. And now, here with a late report commentary is Mr. Hurt. Mr. Hurt.
I had a lot to say, but I really don't feel safe right now.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I've been hit on the head with a hammer.
Well, is there something I can do?
Okay, I can really see that you're a little taller than me, aren't you, John? Yeah, and I can really sense how you're using that against me now.
That's not what I'm doing.
You don't need to yell, John.
Well, was I yelling?
It must feel really good to get all the laughs and then have a whipping boy for the commentary.
I don't see you as a whipping boy.
Wow. Where did that come from?
What?
That anger. Well, I really feel it coming down on me now. You must really hate me.
Why would I hate you?
Because I'm incapable of following your hurtful agenda.
Look, you know, you can do whatever you want.
Your expectations, I really feel them. They're whipping down on me right now. And I feel like I've been stabbed in the back by someone very close to me, and then someone twisted it, someone as close as my mother. I think someone who told me that they were really looking forward to seeing me on the show tonight.
Well, did your mother tell you that?
No, you did, John. You did. I really admire you.
Why is that?
You are so good at protecting yourself, and you're totally unaware of all the pain caused by your funny words, John. Ouch.
All right, well, that's all the time.
Ouch, John.
Ouch. That's all the time we have for the commentary.
Okay, I can see now that your timeline is much more important than any human feelings.
All right. Thank you very much.
It all hurts, John.
Thank you, Mr.
It all
Hurt.
hurts.
Mr. Hurt, everyone. Mr. Hurt. Finally, Franklin High School won the annual state mock trial competition this week, where students compete by arguing actual court cases in front of local judges. Impressed by their victory, Judge Ralph Baldwin immediately invited the students back into his chambers for beer. This has been the Late Report. Don't go away, because we're coming right back. Thank you very much. We're still jamming to that segue music. Anyway, That's all the time we have for this week. If you want to come down and join this wonderful audience, not this audience, but another audience, that's the number for tickets. We had a great time. Did you guys have a good time? Yes, they did. Anyway. So, from now on, this is Keister. Happy Easter. Bye-bye. See you next week.